Okay, this video is going to be a little different than the usual ones, and I do apologize. So I currently have a shotgun mic on. Just put it on because, of course, me being a little bit of a tard, an idiot, I filmed a video and my mic died halfway through, or it died from the beginning. At least it showed it had battery. And so I filmed this almost 20-minute video of me doing rice bag training. And then my camera battery dies in the midst of this. So one, I had to switch out my battery, and then I go to rewatch the footage and there was no volume at all. So round two of this one. But if you're clicking on this video, it's because you've probably seen the title and you seem somewhat intrigued or interested in, is this actually real? Is this actually happen? Where are you going? When are you coming? What is the plan? And you know what? It's actually not clickbait. So we are going to get into it in just a second. But I want to talk about one thing first, because this was something I was talking about in the video when I realized the camera had died. So before I get into this whole topic of the whole traveling part, I just want to bring this up. So very recently, for those who watch my videos, you would happen to know that I film training content. It seems to be that most of my most of my subscribers, especially recently, they're coming from my training videos. So this content you'll be able to relate to pretty quick and easy. However, for those who do watch those videos, if you don't know, and if you do know, well, you know, but if you don't know, in between my actual sets, I play non-copyright sounds music. It's music on Spotify. I just throw a random playlist on. To be honest, it's not that great, but it's kind of generic. Some of it's somewhat upbeat. Some of it really sucks. But I just play it because I figured, why not add a little bit of spice to the video. And for the viewer watching, it's a little bit of a staple, and it kind of gets me hyped up at the same time while I'm training, because to be honest, when I'm sitting there at a table and I'm doing sets in between and I'm trying to talk, I'm trying to figure out what to say or what to talk about, you know, I need to get somewhat hyped up when I'm actually doing sets. And for me to talk, do a set, it's cool and all, but I feel like it doesn't do justice. So I've been putting on non-copyright sounds music. I understand, I get it. Not a lot of you guys probably enjoy the music. So like I said, some of it I don't even enjoy, but I thought it would be something to put in. You know, some of you might like it, some of you might not. However, I did get a comment this morning, posted 8 hours ago. So, in regards to this, and I want to talk to you guys. And this isn't a comment. I'll put it out there. This isn't a comment to shit on whoever wrote this, and this is not a comment to address the problem. We have issues with people not liking what I'm doing, but I do want to read this to you guys, and we'll talk about it before we get into it. So, comment goes as, and you guys can see it in this video. No, the previous video. Brother, do you watch any other YouTuber in the fitness industry? It seems like you really don't about the viewer. No, sorry. It seems like you really don't think about the viewer. First of all, in capitals letters. Okay, I'm gonna re-say this properly. Okay, the guy says, brother, do you watch any other YouTubers in the fitness industry? It seems like you really don't think about the viewer. First of all, now he says in capital letters, don't play any music at all. Sam Sulik style raw training videos are working the best anyways. And if you do get a license like Enveto Elements and hire an editor. He then goes on to say, or he or she, don't get me wrong, I would love to watch your videos, but seeing you for the first 3 minutes to try to set up that garbage playlist that doesn't even sound good because it's a speaker, it's not enjoyable. So I responded, I genuinely appreciate your feedback. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you. And to be honest, I'm very thankful that whoever this person is, they did let me know, because this is kind of where I am just trying to figure it out. Obviously, if as a viewer, you are not enjoying something, you're just gonna tune out. You're gonna cut off the video halfway when I'm speaking. You might just stop watching and move on because you're like, I just don't like it. It's that plain and simple. So my question to you guys, do you prefer that I play music or I don't? Would you rather me just throw my headphones in and kind of just listen to regular music and then just get pumped up through that? Or do you really care? Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I care for the viewer watching. I really do, or else I wouldn't be making these videos. So please, seriously, let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys just tune it off because you think the music sucks? Do you prefer I play even more of this music? Or does it not really matter to you? At the end of the day, obviously, I have to take into consideration the people that are watching my videos because it's gonna dictate on what you guys wanna see. And for myself, I don't wanna be producing content, obviously, if nobody's watching. So this isn't, this isn't a video about, not a video, this isn't a topic where, I feel so bad, I have my head scratching on it, people are not liking that I'm playing music. I just genuinely wanna know, what do the majority of you guys think? Like I said, a lot of you have been subscribing strictly just from these videos, and it's motivating to me because I just want to keep putting them out. So, all in all, I appreciate any comment that comes my way. I mean, if you're going to be a complete asshole, I will literally just block you. And I will not acknowledge you unless, if I have something to say. But I thought I would let you guys know. But let's get into the point of this video. And like I said, if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you're genuinely curious or you want to know all the details. So, World Tour. It's actually happening, surprisingly or not. It's not clickbait. So I'll give you some information so you can understand what's going on. So I am currently in the military. For those who don't know, I'm an aircraft technician here in Victoria, British Columbia. I work at the helicopter squadron at the airport. And I am scheduled to deploy next July. I am scheduled, subject to change, everything I say is subject to change, but I am scheduled to leave overseas for roughly, it could be less, could be a little bit more, it's more likely it would be less than more, but roughly about 6 months. Now, you're probably asking, well, where are you going and how does this entail to me? If you are actually leaving, where could I see you? So, I can't technically give you an exact place, an exact location, exact time, but what I can tell you is roughly, very likely of where I will be. And if you want to know the exact time and location of where I am, follow me on Instagram. And this isn't because, listen, I can't tell you as a military member, hey guys, I am going to be in X place, this time, this date, this location, 3 weeks in advance. I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that, or else the enemy or people could, it's very unsafe. It's not something that I'm allowed to do, and it's not something I don't feel comfortable doing. However, when I am in one of these locations, I will be posting on my Instagram stories, letting you guys know specifically where I am. Now, the other question you might have is, well, where are you going? Is there even a chance that I could possibly see you, or how does this work? So I will be leaving on a ship for roughly 6 months, and throughout the sailing, throughout this deployment, I will be stopping into ports. It's something most ships do to give a mental break for employees, for workers. And it just, it gives us time to resupply on food and, just have a break of actual work. And a lot of the time, we actually work when we come into these ports. We do other types of duties. But you're asking, okay, well, where are you going to be? When are you coming? Just give me the information. So I don't have an exact date or time, location, but where I can tell you I'm going, which is very, very likely, would be places such as, subject to change, but it's likely I will be going to places such as San Diego, Hawaii, Indonesia, Malaysia, Japan, Singapore, South Korea. Very unlikely, but there's a small chance I go to New Zealand. And now I'm making it sound like I'm going for a vacation, which I'm not, obviously. But the point is I'm going in that part of the world. Thailand, Vietnam, these are legit places that it's very, very likely that I will be going. How many places am I going to? Well, that's subject to change. I will have a list of places I'm going to prior, which I obviously can't share for confidentiality reasons, but when I am there, I will obviously let you guys know. Well, you're probably asking, okay, so what does that mean to me? Well, when I'm overseas, I plan on arm wrestling everywhere I go. And I want to film, I want to document it, I want to get that full experience of just traveling and sharing content with you guys. And if you didn't know this, I'm going to tell you now. While I'm gone, I actually plan on bringing my arm wrestling table on the worship that I'll be on, if they allow it, which I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be fine with it. And I do want to document just my training there, and just like the life of in a worship, actually with an arm wrestling table, traveling overseas, doing military gym arm wrestling training. And you know, when I come back, that's when I'll most likely be releasing from the military. I think that's going to be my send off. I've mentioned this in the past, but the plan on my end, and I've spoken to this with the partner, with my girlfriend, and we are both in agreement. We both have this, you know, idea in mind. Not an idea, it's something we will be doing. When I do release, for my girlfriend, it's a little bit easier because she's a real estate agent. You know, she's able to work a little bit more remote. It's not much of an issue. But she is a real estate agent here in British Columbia. So if anyone's looking to buy a place, business, or anything, she does commercial as well. Little information out there for my local peoples. But you know, it's easier for her to work abroad. Now, saying that, in order for me to pursue my dreams, which sounds cringy, sounds corny, I get it. I can't be in the military. So fortunately, unfortunately, I will be releasing after my contract. No, during my contract, I'll be putting in a voluntary release, and I will be traveling. Well, my partner and I will be traveling together, the world. So that's a whole different thing. Generic plan. I can go into detail with it, you know, obviously another time. But I think the plan is we're gonna have our base here, do a lot of local travel, and you know, do some stuff here, a lot of pilot stuff, a lot of filming on that end. But then also, while having my base in arm wrestling here in Victoria, throughout the summer, getting ready to leave for most of the winter and going abroad. It could be the States, it could be Florida, could be Texas, or we'll be going to Europe and doing a full-on travel experience there as well. Now, obviously, if I'm going to be releasing from the military, I guess I'll leave this here for a sec. If I'm going to be leaving the military, I am going to pursue arm wrestling full-time, doing what I'm doing now. I mean, obviously what you guys see, me working in a rice bag, me training on a table, playing really bad music, that's not how exactly it, I don't know. But I can tell you is I would have a lot more time on my hands to actually create better quality content and to just document the life of just doing arm wrestling full time. But I want to do it much differently than everybody else. I really want this to be very different. I have the ideas, I have the plans in my head, and I can't go that route until I'm completely released. So until that time comes, we're ripping up the rice bag, we're gonna rip up the table and everything else that's gonna come along with it. But I thought I would share this journey with you. I hope this mic was able to pick it up pretty easily. But yeah, so thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Like it and subscribe. You know what, don't consider subscribing anymore. Just like the video, subscribe. It's gonna be free, it's quick, it's easy. It's gonna be a way for you to support the channel, and it's just better for my mentality and my mental health, so please do it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.